Hey Canucks fans, it's time for my weekly edition of Ask Me Anything. I'm Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Sunday, July the 10th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Before I get to your questions, two quick announcements. Number one, 10 p.m. tonight. I hope you join me for my weekly Sunday night live stream. Should be a lot of fun. We have a lot to talk about, so please join me tonight at 10 p.m. The second thing you may have seen either on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, I have a brand new collaboration up with Vessi Footwear, and excited to offer all of you a $15 discount on not just once, but every pair of shoes that you buy. All you have to use is the code Canuck Clay. So again, $50 off Vessi Footwear. So you can you just go to the Vessi website, vessi.com or ca.vessi.com. You're going to get to the same place regardless. And use Canuck Clay when you do your order summary. Use that discount code and you can get $15 off. So I hope you would you would do that and treat yourself to a wonderful pair of shoes. Even more than one pair if you want. All right, Canucks fans, some great questions today. Not a lot actually, because I'm also doing a members Ask Me Anything, and because of the memberships we've been giving away, there's actually more questions there, but still some really good ones here. So let's get to it right away. Eli says this: given who is still around, what are your thoughts on taking Lekkerimaki at 15? Also, what nickname would you call the defenseman Pettersson if he makes the team? Yes, you guys know that I'm not the most versed on prospects, but from everything I had read up to that point, and certainly everything that was happening during the actual day itself and the commentary I was listening to and reading, especially on draft day, and especially as picks were going off the board, and especially as most the good defensemen went and a lot of the centers went, I was not surprised at all that they took Lekkerimaki. I know there was a couple guys that the Canucks were interested in, and we've heard many people, including Thomas Strantz, did a really good breakdown on the guys that were there that they were thinking about. But if Lekkerimaki was at the top of their list, then I think it's a great pick. And I've talked about how, if there are two or three guys that you're fine with taking at 15 and they're still around, you could trade down a few spots, acquire another later pick. But if there's one guy amongst your group that you really want, then you don't drop down, you don't trade down, you don't risk losing him. So I was fine with that pick. Granted, again, I didn't know a lot about a lot of the draft picks except for the guys at the top, but I had read and I had heard that he had a wicked shot, wicked release, that he was young, that he had a lot of potential, and he could be a dynamic scoring threat. So all those things sound good to me. Not worry about his age, not worry about his size or lack thereof. He's got a lot of time to bulk up, to beef up, to get stronger, and to learn other finer points in the game. So I like that pick for sure. What nickname would I give the defenseman Pettersson? Well, I thought of a couple. I saw Repeaty, which I thought was pretty funny, as in repeat. But if it's Pettersson and it's Petey, how about Pete D or Didi? As in defenseman Pettersson, defenseman Petey. So, either Repeaty, Pete D, or Didi. I'm not sure if any of those are going to stick, but those were mine off the top of my head. You can obviously tell that I don't put a lot of thought into these questions before I answer them live. Jeremy Lee, what is your opinion about Canucks being Swedish heavy since Alvin and Rutherford took over? It seems a bit biased in my opinion, but maybe management is trying to change the way the game is played. Obviously, the Canucks have had an affinity for Swedes. And even before the Sedins and Ekman Larsson and Pettersson and Höglander, you had guys like Marcus Naslund, and before him Thomas Gerdin, and there's other guys as well. So Mattias Olin. So a lot of the best Canucks players in history are from Sweden. With the Sedins, with Alvin in management, of course, that Swedes may be attracted to come here as well. So I don't worry about if you're from Canada, the U.S., Russia, Sweden, Finland, Czechoslovakia, or Czech or Republic or Slovakia or anywhere else in the world, as long as you can play hockey, as long as you can help this team win. So are they biased towards Swedes? I certainly think with anything in life, you go with what you're comfortable with. So if Alvin's comfortable knowing a lot of Swedish players because of his scouting history and everything, then so be it. But I don't think they're biased. I just think you go with what you know sometimes. Sometimes that's good. Sometimes it goes to the detriment of other parts of your organization. But I'm fine with it so far. And yes, of course, our top 2 picks this year, Lekkerimaki and Pettersson, coming from Sweden. But if Lekkerimaki has been widely praised as a really good pick, Pettersson, kind of some say it's great, some say it's too early, but others say it was great that he fell to them. So I don't worry too much about what country they come from. But given our unique situation of Alvin, Sedins, Pettersson, Höglander, Ekman Larsson, I am fine with it, quite frankly. Peter Wynn says, if the Canucks manage to move Myers, Dickinson, Pearson, maybe even OEL to clear plenty of cap space, would you be okay with extending Miller to a 4 or 5 year deal at $7 to $8 million? So yeah, if we had the cap space, and not just to sign Miller, but to make another move as well, beef up our team either on D or up front, yes, I would actually be okay with it, because I do like Miller as a player. And the fact that you said 4 or 5 years at $7 to $8 million. But quite frankly, Peter, I don't think 4 to 5 years at $7 to $8 million is realistic. Miller's going to want 6 to 8 years, and he's going to want a number that starts with 8. So I hear what you're saying. I would love it. I'd be fine with it, especially if it was one of those players that you talked about, Myers, Dickinson, Pearson, or OEL. But I simply don't think that the numbers you gave are realistic. I think Miller wants 6 to 8 years, and I think he wants 8 to 8.5 million per. And speaking of JT Miller, at least screen name, says, since there's only 3 questions, I'm going to ask you a few, if that's okay, and don't feel the need to answer them all. No, I'll answer them, because I'm a man of the people. What's your 2 favorite sushi rolls? Describe the ingredients. If we're talking about rolls themselves, I like a spicy crunch roll, and inside it has tempura on it, and some salmon and some tuna. I think there's some avocado in there too, but I don't like that part. Then on the outside, there's like kind of tempura flakes. So I like that. And then I'm pretty plain Jane. I love my salmon maki, just salmon. Salmon. I like salmon sashimi. I like salmon nigiri. Salmon's my favorite. So those are my 2 favorite rolls. What's the nicest thing you've gone out of your way to do for a person? Not something random, but something you put thought and time into. I'm not one particular person, but how about an entire community? When the pandemic hit, my son Jacob and I, we were at our church every morning at 8 a.m. to live stream the mass, run the cameras, run the sound, and it allowed our church community to worship online. And we did that for basically 6 months straight before the churches opened up a little bit. So we were there at church every morning, him before school, me before work. And we didn't do that for our own, satisfaction or for the accolades. We did it because we wanted to help our parish community. So I think that's the best answer to that one. And then some rapid fires. I like this: beef or chicken, beef, blue or red, blue, pant and t-shirt, or hoodie and shorts. Ooh, I'll go hoodie and shorts, because t-shirt or hoodie doesn't matter to me, but I love wearing shorts when I can. Spring or fall? Spring for sure. Rock climbing a mountain or deep sea cave exploring? I'd probably die doing both, but I'd probably die even more doing the deep sea cave. So I would try rock climbing a mountain, because I'm not afraid of heights, but I am afraid of drowning. Okay, I hope I answered to your questions to the best of my ability and to your satisfaction. Now let's start again. I answered those to the best of my ability. I hope they are to your satisfaction. And as always, I thank you for asking those great questions. You can ask more tonight at 10 p.m. on my live stream. And don't forget about my Vessi collab. Go to Vessi.com and use the code CanuckClay for $15 off every pair that you buy. Okay, friends, thanks for watching. Thanks for the questions. As always, shout out to my sponsors, Perform and Transform, and to Van Seat Experts Real Estate Group. And thank you to legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Just Incredible, and legendary Andrew Chang, as well as Hall of Fame members and franchise members. Subscribe if you'd like to. Like this video if you'd like to. Leave a tip or super thanks if you'd like to. Leave a comment down below if you'd like to, maybe a response to any of my answers, and become a member or upgrade your membership if you'd like to. If you made it this far in the video, 9 minutes in, it's Sunday, it's Sweden. We're talking about JT Miller. Let's, you know what I want you to do? Because I love JT Miller's questions at the end. I want you to type in beef or chicken. Type in what you like eating more, beef, chicken, or neither. But you can't say both, because that's, you can say neither if you're a vegetarian. So beef, chicken, or neither, but you can't say both. Put that in the comments, and then I know that you made it to the end of this video. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Have a great day. God bless, and go Canucks go.